CARICOM heads welcome proposal for Carracou Summit later this year. We'll have details to this story and more in the national report.
Have you noticed an increase or decrease in your electricity bill? You know that changes in the fuel and non-fuel rates affect your bill. You should also be aware that changes in household activities affect your bill. Ask yourself these questions. Have the rates changed? Have there been more people at your home? Have your children been on holiday? Have you used your fan or air conditioning unit more often to beat the heat? Are any of your electrical appliances or equipment faulty? Have you added any new appliances such as transformers, water heaters, or pumps? Make it a habit to understand any changes on your electricity bill. For more factors that affect your bill, visit www.grenlec.com. Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
With the details to the news for Monday, February 20th, I am Rikisha St. Louis. Heads of government of the Caribbean community CARICOM have welcomed a proposal by Canada's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau for a CARICOM Summit in the latter part of the year. It was one of the matters agreed upon at the just concluded 44th Summit of CARICOM heads in the Bahamas, as both parties acknowledged the importance of regular interactions at the highest political level. On the subject of regional security, a communiqué issued at the conclusion of the meeting stated that heads of government mandated that the Council of National Security and Law Enforcement and the Council for Human and Social Development meet to prepare for a special symposium to consider crime as a public health concern. That symposium will be hosted by Trinidad and Tobago in April 2023. Heads also spoke to the impact of climate change on small island and low-lying coastal developing states, as well as other vulnerable developing countries, and that there was an urgent need to provide macroeconomic security, resilience, and sustainability for these countries. In this vein, it was agreed that the time has come to work collectively for a restructuring of the global financial architecture to respond to the existential threats facing small island developing states and other developing countries. They also agreed that the Bridgetown Initiative was a viable model to build on with respect to the reform of the global financial system. Heads of government agreed to advocate for the initiative to be included on the agenda for COP28 in the United Arab Emirates later this year. Heads of government welcomed and indicated their full support for the global summit proposed by the Prime Minister of Barbados and the President of France on a new global financial pact to be held in Paris in June 2023. The 45th regular meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government will take place from July 3rd to the 6th in Roseau, Dominica. 31 police officers have recently added mediation to their policing techniques to build the mediation capacity of the Royal Grenada Police Force and reduce the burden on the court system. This is part of the Regional Justice Reform Project organized by the Canadian government in collaboration with the University of the West Indies to increase the pool of community mediators in CARICOM member states. The one-week Impact Justice Training Workshop held at Radisson is the final training session for the region before its closure at the end of March 2023. Regional Project Director of Impact Justice Project, Professor Velma Newton, is confident that after observing the officers in training, Grenada's mediation service is in safe hands. She commended the senior management team of the force for endorsing the training.
We were impressed by the views of Commissioner of Police Mr. Martin and his management team on the subject of community policing and the provision of support for police officers who experience trauma in the execution of their duties. Too often we tend to forget that police officers are also human beings who, like the rest of us, can be severely affected emotionally by trauma that they witness, and they also need counseling. The second instance as a result of which a decision was taken to provide mediation training for police officers in Grenada was discussions held at the police station in Guave. There, we were privileged to meet 2 police officers who impressed us by their accounts of the work they were doing to assist members of the community who came to them with problems. I can say that, in my view, community mediation is in safe hands in the officers of the Royal Grenadian Police Force, trained by Impact Justice this week.
Acting Commissioner of Police Don McKenzie outlined how the training can significantly improve the execution of duties within the force. He said a boost in competency and trust augurs well for every department in the police force.
Mediation allows us to have what is considered to be accrued benefits in our approach to community policing, in that it allows for trust. It allows for the public recognizing the competency of the organization. And when you have trust and confidence in our organization, it spills over into, at times, that we have to address issues that is more germane to the more conventional type policing, which is the more serious crime. Because the bottom line is, if the public trusts you and have confidence in you, they provide you with information. Yes? So there's a multiplying effect.
Chief Trainer Urban Dolo applauded the officers for taking advantage of the opportunity to improve their skills.
So notwithstanding that you may not conduct full-fledged mediations, you will use the tools that we have shared with you to good stead. And I know you will use the tools. I know you will use the tools because during the discussions that we had after some of the simulations we had by Wednesday afternoon, the comments that you made were so insightful that we knew that you were getting it. You provided evidence to us that you were getting it. And for that, we were exceedingly pleased.
Continuing the news, Canada donates more than $22 million towards support to the International Office of Migration and Humanitarian Assistance for Haiti as the country grapples with political unrest, vicious gangs, and extortion. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau told CARICOM heads of government recently that more needs to be done by member countries to drive peace within the country. The current instability in Haiti was listed on the agenda of the meeting in the Bahamas for heads to formulate a plan to assist. Prime Minister Trudeau explained the role Canada plays in encouraging stability in Haiti, including the deployment of Navy vessels to conduct surveillance of the Haitian coast.
We've provided direct support to bolster the Haitian National Police so that Haiti has the tools and support to solve this situation, including by deploying surveillance aircraft and vital strategic security equipment and vehicles, and additional delivery of MRAP vehicles in the coming days. And today, I am announcing that Canada will also deploy Royal Canadian Navy vessels to conduct surveillance, gather intelligence, and maintain a maritime presence off the Haitian coast in the coming weeks. Canada continues to reinforce the capacities of the Haitian police to overpower armed gangs and hold those who support them accountable. CARICOM needs to be an integral leader on this crisis, including through convening political dialogues and helping rally partners around the globe to provide much-needed assistance for Haiti.
$10 million has been set aside for the Office of Migration and an additional $12 million for humanitarian assistance.
Today, I am announcing $10 million to support the International Office on Migration to strengthen the protection and resilience of Haitian women and children along the Haiti-Dominican Republic border and in migrants' place of origin. And we will invest an additional $12.3 million in humanitarian assistance. Together with CARICOM, Canada and international partners can help Haitians bring an end to the crisis and build a better, more hopeful future for their country.
This is the National Report. The news will continue after the break.
My name is Travon Lead, and I'm a fisherman of Guave St. John's. Well, I've been fishing for about 7 years, since I was about 16. And my father is a fisherman. And I grew up in that. I love to fish. And that helps to feed the community of Wharf. Some of the challenges I faced before, I had a smaller boat and I used to row and fish. But now that I'm a successful applicant, I'm going to use the funds to buy a bigger boat and an engine, and that's going to benefit me and my family and to help others. It's a yes for sis.
Welcome back. Students of Girl Guides, Rainbows, Brownies, Rangers and young leaders from across the island came together at the Grenada National Stadium to celebrate World Thinking Day over the weekend. Celebrated since 1926, Thinking Day is seen as a day of friendship. It is a chance for participants from over 150 countries to speak on issues that affect young women and girls worldwide. 96 years ago, at the 4th Girl Scout International Conference, February 22nd was designated as Thinking Day. Grenada, however, celebrates on the Sunday closest to the 22nd. This year's celebrations is captioned under the theme, Our World, Our Peaceful Future, the Environment, Peace and Security. Governor General Her Excellency Dame Cecile Lagrenade, patron of the Girl Guides Association, reflected on the theme and its relevance in today's society.
The theme for this year's celebration encourages us to think about this planet which supports life and reflect on the activities we can conduct to protect our environment, promote peaceful coexistence, and allow our future, the future of our communities and the world, to be safe and secure. This theme is especially important because the future belongs to you, our youth.
She encouraged the young ladies to use their talent to make an impact at school and their communities.
Let us take time to think about ways in which the guiding movement in Grenada can help overcome the challenges we face. You may be wondering how my small actions as a single individual can be of value. Small actions have a big impact. Remember also that each of you has been blessed with certain God-given unique talents. Recognize this and have faith and confidence to take bold action.
Newly elected Chief Commissioner of the Girl Guides, Tamara Savory, thanked the young ladies who are a part of making a change.
We are not able to do any of this without the support of parents, guardians, sponsors. And we want to take this opportunity to acknowledge the work that you put into your girls. Parents and guardians, you spend your money, you invest your time and your love into your girls, and you give them to us. And as the Girl Guides Association of Grenada, our duty and responsibility is to ensure that the programs we have would impact your girls, impact Grenada, impact the Caribbean, and impact the world.
Finally, in the news, the Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited has made a contribution of 105,000 EC dollars to the 2023 Coop Bank National Primary School Games. The games, which were officially launched on Monday, will be held at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium on Wednesday, March 15th and Thursday, March 16th. 16 individual events and 12 relay events will be featured. A check was presented by the Chief Experience Officer, Wilvon Granger, to the President General of the Grenada Union of Teachers, Mr. Jude Bartholomew. Mr. Granger said the bank stands firm on the development of aspiring athletes.
Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited remains committed to the growth and development of sports in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. We are extremely heartened by the return of the Coop Bank Primary School Games after a 4-year hiatus. I imagine that the athletes are excited and ready to showcase their abilities in the spirit of competition. The coaches, teachers, and parents are looking forward to this rivalry with great anticipation. And Coop Bank, your partner and biggest cheerleader, will be by your side supporting and cheering you on throughout the athletic season.
He further explained that the game's success in previous years will not have been possible without the commitment of the Grenada Union of Teachers.
The bank was the sponsor of the St. Patrick and St. Andrew Games in 2004. Coop Bank's commitment expanded to the National Games in 2006. In 2015, the St. Mark, St. David, and Carriacou and Petit Martinique primary schools games were added to the team. And this year, proudly, 2023, we are delighted to welcome the St. George's Parish under the Coop Bank umbrella.
President General of the GUT, Jude Bartholomew, thanked the Coop Bank for its undertaking in nation building.
The Grenada Union of Teachers expresses its gratitude and appreciation to the Grenada Cooperative Bank, the official sponsor of the National Primary School Games 2023. We express our sincere gratitude to the general public for understanding during the postponement of the National Primary School Games due to work to rule and COVID-19. We encourage everyone to come out wherever you are as a sports-loving people to support the nation's children and athletes as they showcase their sporting talents in 2023.
Kwame Hippolyte, Assistant Director of the Games, says leading up to the national meet, games will be held at the branch level. The branch meet will continue on February 23rd at St. George and St. Patrick, February 24th in St. Mark, February 28th at the St. Andrew branch, March 1st in St. John and Carriacou, and on March 3rd in St. David. That story just ended the national report for Monday, February 20th. Let's recap the top story. CARICOM heads welcome proposal for CARICOM Canada Summit later this year. On behalf of the entire news and production team, I'm Rikisha St. Louis saying thank you for joining us.